what is happening? It's Rosako Gaming, your semi-daily car gamer simulation joyrider, and today Crew 2 gamer. Today we're playing exciting episode here in the Crew 2. It's only less than 2 weeks when the game is finally coming out to PS4, Xbox One and PC. And yes, today we're driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco through the coastal area, which is the most fantastic route for driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco. And we're driving today with Harley Davidson motorcycle. So it's all gonna be a fancy angel ride here in the city of Angel and all the way through California with this American muscular bike. And how fantastic this is to drive actually from across America with Harley Davidson. This is the most brilliant thing I've done for a while. Last time I driven in some game in Los Angeles with Harley Davidson was in my childhood when there was a game from Sega called Harley Davidson. What a surprise. And there was an semi-open world where you can drive different kind of Harley Davidson motorbikes, and that was in arcade here somewhere here in Finland, in Turku, in Pelikaani, where I was playing that, and that was very next to a movie theater back in the days in 90s, and that was fan-fucking-tastic. There was actual motorcycle where you could play the game, and that was amazing. Of course, nowadays when you're playing that game, you can download it to PC. It's nothing like the Crew 2's motorcycle Harley Davidson gameplay, but that was my first impression and first glimpse of driving with motorbike and driving in Los Angeles. Later in my life, I've actually been in Los Angeles, and that was quite an adventure first time when I was driving in Los Angeles. Yeah, not the driving part, but the culture shock in the first time, because I live here in Finland, and when comparing Finland to America, it's like a different decade. Finland is very high-tech country. We have only 5.5 million people here, and there's I can't even remember how many people there are in Los Angeles. Maybe 20 million or something. I don't know, but anyway, a whole lot of more people than here in Finland. So there's a different kind of things happening there. So yeah. When I was first in Los Angeles, I didn't know what to expect from the motels and hotels. So I was making my reservation for a cool place called Hollywood Hostel, because that was right next to the Chinese theater in the middle of the Hollywood, just in the center of the Hollywood, straight there, right next to the Chinese theater, which is the place where the Oscars, the Academy Awards are taking place. So I thought that was great. Yeah, let's go with that, and that was cheap as a fuck. But yeah, our flight was a bit late back then, if I remember correctly, and we were driving from LAX to the Hollywood Hostel in the middle of the night. And yes, that was the first culture shock, was to notice that Hollywood is not that glamorous place. It was actually a shithole. A fucking shithole. Yeah, I noticed there was junkies around there begging for money. They were sleeping in the streets, and yeah, wasn't that fantastic first impression to America. That was not actually my first impression. The first impression was the guy in the airport, the security guy, which was straight out of Lethal Weapon movies, if you don't know what I mean. If you watch any Lethal Weapon movie, you will instantly know that kind of character. I mean, the, yeah, any kind of character. Yeah, so people were just like in the movies. Yes, so the Hollywood hostel, we successfully logged in and find our room, and what a surprise that was. It was a youth hostel. Yes, I didn't know what that actually meant back in the days, but yeah, that was a motherfucking shithole. Yes, there was one bed there, and it was filthy. It was super dirty, and then there was some kind of container there, and there was a fan right on top of that. So, and there's a window, of course, our room. So I opened the curtain a bit and check out. Yes, there's nothing to be seen out of the window. Another wall, actually. So I was watching another wall from the window. What is the fucking point of creating a window where you can't actually see outside? You can see another wall. What an architecture victory right there. So, because the bed was so filthy, and we have here in Finland, we have these things called sheets. Apparently in America that wasn't the case to have in bed any kind of sheets. Of course, later, when I was traveling across America, I noticed that the sheet was a thing, but they were not a thing in Hollywood hostel. So, in the next morning, my first mission was to find a sheet, because I was going to stay in the Hollywood hostel for another night, and the first night was a nightmare, so maybe the second one wouldn't be that much of a nightmare then. So I have watched movies, and I noticed that there was this place called Walmart. Yes, I was a victim of advertising. Walmart, yes. The first thing I noticed that was the place where I should go and find the fucking sheets. So I put my navigator Walmart. Yes, I didn't know how to write that, so I spell it like W-A-L-L Mart. So we find one. And the navigator said it was like 12 miles or something. And because we have metric units here in Finland, I instantly was thinking 12 miles, it's maybe 12 kilometers, 15 kilometers, something like that. It's not so far. But in Los Angeles, that is very fucking far. So it took around half an hour to get there from the point where it was, somewhere at the time somewhere in Beverly Hills, which is a pretty fancy area. And yeah, we're driving there. My wife, she was the guy with the map then, and she found the Walmart from the navigator. We were driving there. At one point she was asking me, there haven't been white people for a while now, and why there are bars in every window in these streets. Then I asked her, what's the Walmart in Compton? She asked me, what is that? Oh, you don't know what is Compton? Well, I think we are in the middle of the Compton now, and we are only white people here, and I haven't heard so much good stories about Compton as you are white people there in the middle of these black peoples. We don't have nothing against black people, but it was a bit scary situation when we were driving not that fancy area. There was a bars in the windows, and we were tourists, tourists there. It was a bit heady moment there, and we thought that we are not gonna get that Walmart. So we make a U-turn there. We try to be peaceful, nothing it was like in the middle of a lion pack. So that was it felt, because that was the pop culture was giving me the idea how Compton is. I don't know what was the actually that hostile. No, definitely not. There's nothing so specific there. Oh well, we find the next Walmart, another 10 miles or so, and then we were in the Latin area. We drove there and noticed that was a Latin area, and these people there, they were not so happy looking people, so we didn't go that Walmart either. So we find we head back to the Hollywood, and we find some kind of Whole Foods market there, and we didn't find the fucking sheets there, but we find the most expensive food you can ever buy in Los Angeles, which is the most expensive city in America, I would say. And yeah, we bought some food and then we found that there was some kind of a cheap furniture shop or something right next to that. So there we actually find a Hollywood Polo Club sheets, which were satin red, and they were very cheap, like maybe $8 or something. So we bought that. We slept well in the nasty shithole Hollywood hostel next night, and yes, that was fantastic time to spend the first days in Los Angeles. Yeah, what an experience. Of course, there are good impressions of Los Angeles as well. That's the one city in America which I actually felt in love a lot. That was only my first impression about Los Angeles, but I have a time there. We spent time in Los Angeles, and we circle around the town in the good neighborhoods and the bad neighborhoods, and that was beautiful city. I really fell in love with the town, and that's why I like to drive there in the crew too as well, and the first crew as well. But we're actually arriving here in San Francisco right now, or we are actually in San Francisco here already, and we're now driving here to the next of the bay, and let's find a good spot here so we can see the town sky limit. What is that? Skyline of the town, because that is beautiful. It almost looks something. This looks a bit like Watch Dogs 2. Nothing like Watch Dogs 2, but a bit like Watch Dogs 2. Let's drive here to the beach. And let's see. There it is. San Francisco. Alright, that's it for this episode. If you were entertained and you liked this, consider subscribing. And we will see you in the next episode. So have a great day or night, and bye bye.